Hello, darlings. Hello, YouTube. It's Lindsay, Fly Girl VSG, coming into you with my week 101 post-op VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. I had surgery December 5th, 2016 with Dr. J. Jan at Legacy Good Samaritan Hospital. I started the 2-week pre-op diet at 301.2. I weighed in day of surgery at 291.8. What did I weigh in last week at? 199.4. I weighed in this week at 200.8. So I have crossed over the 200 boundary again. And strangely, I am not at all worried about it. I think there's a couple reasons for that. Friendsgiving was this weekend. I wasn't totally on plan, but it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be, eating or drinking wise, for me personally. So that's good. I also started doing a boot camp, and in addition to my regular workouts. So it is 1 hour of pretty intense circuit and interval training. And I had dropped some weight earlier this week. I was up Monday to like 202. Then I was back down to 198 or something. And then today I was at 200.8, but I am also very, very sore and have been drinking a lot of water. So I think that there's just a catch-up period before this kicks in. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I'm not continuing to have the effects of the weight gain from the IUD. I think that since that was... I think that since the IUD was... a couple, 2 months ago now? No, 6 weeks? About 6 weeks ago now, I think, hopefully that whatever that is going to even itself out. And then even though it may be an uphill battle, hopefully I'll be able to get back down. So I don't think that it's going to get worse. I think that it will only get better. I think that I'm holding a lot of fluids in my muscles right now. I'm very sore. I wasn't sore, last week or any of the days this week, except for today. Yesterday's workout really kicked my ass, and then I did an hour walk. So, I hope to start incorporating some of the PIO from Beachbody. So that's my plan. I haven't done any additional cardio because I'm getting it all at the boot camp just through this month. So I had a Groupon that was gifted to me, so I'm just using it. And it's great. I love boot camp. So I like all workouts that feel like boot camp, which is why I like the 21-day fix. Anyway, so things to talk about this week. Friendsgiving was awesome. It was just, some of my closer friends. They all just happened to be in the weight loss surgery community, but it was not a meet and greet. It was not a weight loss surgery related thing. It was like a friend related thing. So it was, because we're obviously friends, but it was really fun, and it was really great. And I wish that we'd had another day for sure. But Saturday, we just sat around all day and talked. It was just great. We didn't play games. We didn't do anything. We just sat around all day and talked. Some people went on walks and it was raining, and, but we just sat around. It was just blissful. This weekend is going to be great because, I started the, allowance. I think I mentioned to you guys last week about the, 3 hours of exercise equals 1 drink. So that goes into effect, starting this last Monday. So I worked out now 5 hours. So I have 1 drink, and then I get a second drink when I finish my 6th hour, which I intend to do tomorrow, with walking, because, we will be at the beach and we'll do beach walks, and, we'll be walking around McMinnville and things like that. So, I just will, walk circles around Kent, I guess. So, but in doing boot camp again, so for me, it's been this weird trip of, a ride, going to boot camp again, because I kind of feel like this whole journey started with me doing boot camp. So when I was really heavy, at one point, I did start exercising. I went to the gym, and I was, for the most part, pretty consistent with that, but I didn't eat great. So I was pretty fit for being 270 pounds, 265, 275 pounds. 285. I kind of range between 270 and 285. Most of my, between 25 and, 34 or 35 whenever I had surgery 2 years ago almost. So, I did, but I was pretty still active. I didn't push, right? I just went to the gym. I did my cardio. I occasionally worked with some trainers, so I did do some of that. I always knew I enjoyed weightlifting more than cardio, but I didn't know how to do it very well on my own. So if I didn't have the money, I didn't work with a trainer and so on and so forth. So, but I remember this one day, my ex-boyfriend, I was here and living in this house. So Kent was here with me. He wasn't actually here with me this day, but I remember, sorry, my phone is ringing. I remember, my ex-boyfriend coming over with I think he was with his girlfriend at the time. And they came over and stopped by and said hi. And he was like, we started this boot camp. You got to go. You got to go. And it sounded very drink the Kool-Aid, which I am very prone to do because when I really get into something, like I totally drink the Kool-Aid and I'm all about it. I was the same way with this seminar I took called Creating the Life You Want. And the same way with Beachbody. Like I think it's all amazing. So therefore everyone should benefit from it. So he goes, it's tomorrow at 6 a.m. I was like, you guys, goodbye. Like, I was like, no. And so he calls me at 6 a.m. the next morning, which I did not answer my phone. And he's like, we miss you, blah, 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 and then eventually he's like, okay, it was like a couple weeks went by and I eventually was like, all right, I'll come to a week of this, whatever. And it was at 7. It started at 7 a.m. I was like, okay, I can do that. I work from home. I can be home by 8:15. That's fine. So I went to boot camp and it was literally the hardest thing I had ever done. It was so hard. And, but I kept going back. And I didn't see a lot of weight loss, but I was stronger and I was faster and I loved it. I made friends. I still have friends from that group of that boot camp to this day. And that was 6 years ago. And I did that boot camp off and on for about 1.5 to 2 years. I stopped going to boot camp because I had developed very serious heel spurs that could not be cured. And I could not walk, much less jump, run. I couldn't do most of the activities in boot camp anymore without feeling really bad. So I stopped. But it was a pivotal turning point to me because here I am at 270 pounds. I had actually got down because I did the HCG diet at some point during that. I actually got down to 230 at some point during that process. I did stop doing boot camp during that time because you can't really expend a lot of energy when you're only taking in 500 calories. By the way, that's a really fucked up thing to do. People should not be doing that. I don't know what I was thinking. I was desperate, That's why I had weight loss surgery. So, I got back down and got back up. After I quit boot camp, I pretty much gained all that weight back, that following winter, up to 290. I think I started at 875. So, but it reframed my thinking of me as an athlete, of me as a, fitness oriented person. I thought that I just went and worked out because I had to, because it's good for you. But I never enjoyed it. When I went to the gym and I did cardio, I always hated it. But boot camp changed that for me. It made me realize that performance was important to me, that strength was important to me, that the results from those things, inches lost, sizes down, pounds down, is just a benefit of all the other things about exercise that I love. It is not the reason that I do the exercise. If I did exercise because I wanted to lose weight or lose inches, I don't think I would do it. I exercise because I feel fucking amazing after I know I've just done something that I didn't think I could do. Or I've just finished a workout that I thought was really hard. Or I pushed through, or I actually thought the workout was really boring, but I did it anyway because I want the end, I want to feel good. I have those endorphins, that runner's high. I don't run ever because I'm so scared of my heel spurs, but I have that. Like, now when I go to the gym and I do 20 minutes on the elliptical, I'm actually smart enough to not do 20 minutes on the elliptical. I do like 15 minutes on the elliptical, 15 minutes on the bike, 15 minutes on the treadmill, because I will get really bored coming from a boot camp environment where everything is like 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. But I enjoy it much more because I know that by the time, even as much as I hate walking into that gym, I know that by the time I leave, I will feel like a fucking goddess, that I will feel like a warrior, that I will feel like a winner, like I will have won my day. I sleep better. I'm happier. I'm much more prone to eating healthy when I'm exercising. Now, I've been exercising pretty consistently most of this journey. I took a little bit of a break in this fall because not my shoulder. It wasn't my shoulder. Oh, I sprained my ankle right in June. So it was actually the summer. And then I think there was a couple weeks in the fall that I was kind of like I was a little depressed. So I was not working out the way I should. But now I'm back into it, and there are things, this whole long fiasco is for me to share some major accomplishments with you guys that like trips me out. So when I was in boot camp before, back in like 2010, I couldn't jump rope. I physically could not lift my body off the ground. So I did other things. I couldn't do high knees. I would have to just do it kind of stationary. There are things I can't do now because of my shoulder. I have to be very cautious to not hurt it. But that's different. Like, it's not because I physically can't handle it. It's because I'm taking care of my body, right? This week in boot camp, in 3 minutes, not consecutive minutes, 3 separate minutes, like 5 minutes apart, I did 180 jumping jacks, 180 push jacks like this. I didn't have weight in my hands because, again, my shoulder, but 180 of these. 180. I would bet that back in 2010, I would have not have jumped. I would have done a squat jack where you like have a sumo squat jack, which if you guys have watched my move of the week, you know what I'm talking about. You're in a sumo squat, your position, your legs are out, and then you're jacking, but you're not jumping. You're just bending down. You're not bending, but like squatting down. Or done one leg at a time. I would not have jumped. There's no way I would have done 180 because you can't do that many in that amount of time when you're going that slow. Because it slows you down, which is fine. I was still getting an exercise in, but I did not consecutive minutes, but 3 separate 1-minute intervals of jump rope, and I messed up 3 times. Like legitimate jumping rope. Mostly I skip because or jump a little bit in between because I don't have the whole like fast thing down, but my body left the ground. That blows my mind in such a huge way. I've done toe taps, like where you have like a medicine ball and you're like basically just like, here's the medicine ball, right? Like right here. And then you're standing here and you're like jumping. Like ground. Well, here's the ground because this is obviously smaller. I'm trying to show you this. I'm such a freak. And you're tapping. But but it's one. You're not like doing it and then doing it like stepping. You're doing it simultaneously. I've done a lot of those this week. Deadlifts, rows. I don't do a lot of planks or push-ups because my shoulder, but I've done a lot of things this week that I hadn't done since boot camp before, and I did them so differently that I've been very thoughtful about it. I've thought it has, it's amazing. I don't care that I'm 200 pounds today. I don't care. I don't care that I saw the number I never thought I'd see again. I really trust that I won't see it next week. And I really trust that I probably won't see it again. I'm doing everything right now. I know it's only been this week, but my food's on par. and I'm fucking kicking ass. And it blows my mind. So, that's my update for this week, is just how blessed I feel for this journey, whether I'm, 130, 150, 160, or 200. Honestly, I'm killing it. And I'll continue to get better, yeah. So I'm really proud of myself this week, despite the gain. I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. And I'd rather be proud of myself than depressed about it, a 1 pound gain. So, or the number. It's just a number. I know why. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay, that's my update for you guys. I'm going to make another quick video following this, so watch that if you want to, but I wish you guys an amazing weekend. Keep it fly out there. Bye, guys.